Welcome to the Catalogue of Datasets demonstration, focused on the process of discover and import a new dataset to VPME. This video presents how VPME users can add new datasets to their virtual organizations using the Catalogue of Datasets. This process requires a coordination of the dataset collection and management and the datasets catalog, aided by the semantic interoperability component to support the discovery and import of datasets. The Dataset Management Web Interface is the tool used by VPME users to add and remove the dataset that are relevant for the evolution of the defined public policies. While this web interface allows to directly upload datasets already owned by the user, the focus of this video will be about the usage of an alternative way to add datasets using the datasets indexed in the Datate catalog. The Dataset Explorer is the main interface to discover datasets. The discover process can be performed by selecting the needed measurable quantities or by selection a geographical region on the map. After selected a dataset, it is added to the VPME by using the REST API provided by the Dataset Management component. In the following demonstrator, we will see a user exploring the existing list of assets he have access to in the VPME. There, we can start the flow of dataset import, which will redirect the user to the Dataset Explorer where we can search for new datasets. A dataset is then selected and imported to the Dataset Management component. When a user logs in the VPME, he can opt for two categories: datasets and policy extraction. By selecting the datasets, the user can see and inspect all the datasets currently available on his virtual organization. By pressing the Import from Catalog button, the user starts the process of adding new datasets from the Catalogue of Datasets. After that, the user is redirected to the Dataset Explorer where can discover the datasets indexed in the Dataset Catalog. The map widget can use to identify the geographical region of interest to the user, being highlighted the datasets whose location match the selected region. Users can also select the measurable quantities that he is interested on. This action triggers an update on the list of datasets highlighted and updates the map to reflect the matching datasets. When a user selects a dataset, we can see the name and description of the dataset, a table listing all the measurable quantities represented in the dataset, the identification of data model where are described the semantic concepts used by the dataset. And when pressed the Open Visualizer, the user can see a preview of the raw data. If the user decides to use this dataset, then he just needs to click in the Add to VPME button on the top of the page to start the import process. Once completed, the dataset can be checked inside the Dataset Management interface on the VPME.